We're live. All right. Welcome to the Super Good Candy podcast, the Hamilton and Cancer Expo live stream. Hello and good day. Welcome. I'm Tim. We are from Super Good Candy. I am from supergoodcandy.com. We're flying solo today. We're here because we're on a mission. I'm here because we're on a mission. To inspire other people to get outside and enjoy keeping adventures such as we have as a family. Today's guest, Sean and Derek from Paddling Adventure Radio. Adventure Radio or
Adventures.
I knew it.
Yeah, we have more than one.
I'm not sure why I'm doing this.
Pam made us.
So I think that's actually possible. So what have you been up to? I know that you have some cool things you'd like to show us.
Yeah.
You did a trip to your daughters in Japan?
Yeah, we've had a bit of a funky last couple of years. Lots and lots of plans that haven't worked out. For one reason or another, a lot of family things going on and stuff that we've had to deal with and whatnot. So, but you know what? We just keep looking forward, keep planning, get through whatever. And then this past year, our daughter's working in Japan for a few years. So we decided, you know what? Let's just go to Japan and we'll spend a week. And then things went on and on and it became 3 weeks. So 3 weeks in Japan.
Not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing. Did a couple of, a lot of day trips around our area in Ontario. Got out in the kayak a couple times, the canoe a lot more and stuff like that. Hopefully this year, everything's knock on wood.
We have lots of it.
Hopefully things are going to go as planned this year. We got a lot more trips to come.
Excellent. What about you?
Summer right now,
I know he does. I know he does.
You know what, Derek's at the point with his family right now that I remember that's getting the kids out there, starting to get them that interest. I think our kids are like almost 20 years apart in age. Mariana's 27, Mackenzie's 29. Right? Derek's wife apparently is picky about bringing all the kids home. Which means you lose a kid, you got to spare. What do they say? Air and to spare?
So on the notes of hoping to bring the kids home, all of them, do the kids have any non-flat water experience?
no, yeah, it's fun. It's like we've done small sections here and there.
It's a Swift, it's cool, it's fine. I don't know, Dad.
And that's why they don't trust Dad.
Trust issues for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it's all fun water now. I do.
Cool. Well, level ones. I mean, bit of a pucker factor when you first play with that, but you'll get there. It'll be fun. You'll come out the other end. It'll be fun. Trust me.
if you can get them into it, and get them that interest right off the bat, like that was cool, the cool factor, then they'll be back for more.
Yeah, I have never done whitewater until this past year, just because of I don't think I want to do that stuff. Yeah, so many people go, no, you gotta try it for so many years. And I went, fine. And it's like, we're gonna do this soon. What's wrong with you? Yeah, it is.
See, I'm not a whitewater fan, but I just got a whitewater boat.
After the beating we put the rentals through, I'm not buying it.
Beat it like you stole it.
That's exactly it. It's like, oh man, look at all the scratches on it. Here you go.
Right?
Me and Sean went on the same day, same vehicle. We went to look at boats. Before we went to look at these boats, these whitewater boats, I was already in agreement. I was not going to buy one. I showed up at home and it's like, yeah, it's off the roof. It's really heavy. She's like,
She is here. Derek's wife is here today, and I'm looking over at these packs from Recreation Bureau.
oh yeah.
And they're like two Wanigan type style lightweight packs. So I've been looking at those for a couple of years, and they've redesigned the harness a bit. And so I was talking to Andy over there about those, and then they walked up, and he's oh, let me here, try this on. And I'm like, just so you know, I don't make him buy stuff. And she looks at me like, he doesn't need help. But then your stuff's going to be outdated. There's going to be lighter weight, easier stuff. See, that shows you're a dad. Because I did the exact same thing with my son. You're not taking my new lightweight stuff. Here, this is what I started with. Here's the green propane tank cylinder that you have to put on. Screw that on, turn it. There you go. You're not using my good stuff.
And they're finishing off the propane bottles. You're no longer used. Look at all that
Exactly.
shelf space I have.
Right?
Or here.
There you go. There you go. We know.
Don't let the dad secret out.
If there's any moms watching this and kids watching this, turn it off now. Rewind, don't watch.
At least
my only fear is that when it's on, I'm going to sell all the stuff
I'm going to be the
I'm
one
gonna
buying it.
We're coming over to your house, man.
Hey, Tim. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Derek's having a sale. And the only reason he's going to be dead is because his wife found out how much he actually paid for it. No, hopefully this year things go well. We're going to have lots of fun. Lots of trips planned. I got a few different projects lined up that I tried to get done last year, but again, just scheduling issues and some family things happening. Just didn't happen.
Truck issues, didn't you?
Oh, catastrophic engine failure. 3 words you don't want to hear from your mechanic. So, but I bought a new truck, and the good thing is my snow tires and all my racks all fit the new truck.
Awesome.
So I built one of those Yakima gold posts. So I've got the two-lay roof racks. It's a Ford F-150.
Yep.
4-door. So the 2 roof racks sit on top. But then the gold post is like a giant letter Y that fits into the hitch, right? And then there's a bar across the top.
Okay.
So I can fit 2 canoes side by side on the top with one of those at the back. And no worries, because I strap it down to the back, strap it down the middle, tie it down to the front. Those canoes aren't going in. Right? So that cost me a couple grand when I first bought my other truck back in 2012, 13. So I got my money's worth, and the fact that now it all fits my new truck, I don't have to buy new roof racks and all that sort of stuff. And that's like right there, that's a big savings. Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, I was not happy when that happened, but just keep on chugging along, and I get to go do my new canoe.
Excellent. Where are you planning to get out and use the new?
Anywhere there's some, I'm going to start with some small whitewater. I know Derek's got a couple places that he knows of. There's a couple spots in Algonquin that I want to use. I do the canoe polling as well.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
stand up and now the thing with the heavier boats versus the lightweight carbon fusion I was using or do use, the lighter weight boats, when you're canoe polling, there's rocks you just go right over. Well, everybody else in the heavier boats, whack, 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 right? So, but with this new one, at least I don't worry about whacking off the rock, right?
Yeah.
It'll just, you smack off the rock there and just keep on going sort of deal. Get a little bit of a nick or something, no big deal. But the lightweight one, yeah. Hey, look at that hole. Is that water supposed to be on the inside? So it'll help out with the canoe poling. There's some different rivers around us. There's one river, they call it a creek, Devil's Creek, that's got some low spots and stuff farther up that we've walked trails next to it. And we're just thinking, like, if we could launch at the top, work our way down, then there's some different obstacles and stuff. There's some rock gardens and stuff, which you can, I'm sitting there looking like, if I had a hole in that, I could get around all of that and then make it all the way down to Lake Ontario, where somebody with a vehicle would be able to meet me.
There you go. Pick you up.
So pick me up so I can drive back home. So there's little things like that. There's different areas in Western Ontario a lot to check out and whatnot. So definitely lots of places to go.
Cool. Well, literally my entirety of my experience has been Alaska. It's high water and that's
Low.
mackerel. That's what I was most happy. It was retail. Just beat the absolute crap out of it. It was like being a kid. Bang, bang, bang. I'm trying to get hung up on that. Bang, bang. What else did we do? Oh, we did part of the Tamagami River. That was fun. That was a really, really enjoyable trip.
Yeah, this is like almost 100 pounds. This boat. So now, when I was younger, I had
Last week?
last week when I was 20 years younger, I started my paddling experience with a freighter canoe because it's what we could afford, full on fiberglass, 92 pounds, but it was wide enough I could stand in it and fly fish. It was stable. It would haul so much gear, and it has been on so many canoe trips. But then there came a point where it's like, you know what? I want something lighter now. It's time. I think I've earned it. I paid my dues. And then we went and got a Swift Prospector, which has been doing a number of years now, and absolutely love that thing. And it's just like everybody's like, you gotta try whitewater, just like you gotta try the whitewater. I don't like being in water. I am not a swimmer. I don't like being in water, which is weird. I like being on water. So the whole thing, people say, "Oh, you gotta get the whitewater." And so, I've decided I'll maybe give it a go this year, and went out. And, that wasn't me. Somebody's trashing this. So we'll
We're all
do
on
that.
camera. It wasn't us.
Right? We'll like I say, we'll try some of the newer spots.
Just an announcement, everybody. Joe Robinette will be on the presenter stage at 2:45 in about 15 minutes. So if you want to see Joe, make your way to the presenter stage. Thank you.
Oh, he's the one that does it. He's right behind you. He was just this ghostly voice all this time, making all these announcements.
Well, at least
Pay for radio.
At least we know it wasn't the voice of someone I had for a change. Other people heard it.
Well, up until
Okay,
now,
really?
I thought that's what it was. I thought I was hearing the voices in your head.
They are loud. They're hard to ignore. Chill.
You know what? We're just going out, and I mean, Derek will sit there some days and go, "Yeah, I'm here this weekend," or I get a call from a buddy going, "We're supposed to be nice Saturday. What you doing?" Those last minute, even just like getting out for 4 or 5 hours or something like that, just to paddle.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
It's awesome. So the new boat will get a lot of work out, that's for sure, because now that I don't have to worry about rocks, well, to an extent.
My which is a whole country, I think, it's almost 20 years old now, I think. And I have used that. It was there were holes everywhere. We would paddle. You had to stop it. So, anyways, I took it in. I took it to Johnny's Boatworks, and fixed it up. Cost me $1,000. Patched everything, redid the interior, and redid something was pound stern. Now it's like a brand new boat. So it's, hey, I've used this Kevlar canoe for 20 years, and now it's like a brand new boat. It's good to go. So you can abuse them if you have them fixed.
Well, so this is our most recent. And if you look closely, you can see a lot of yeah. Which I was freaking out over because I went from a 90-some-odd-pound Scott 17-foot fiberglass that was beat,
Right.
because it didn't, water stayed on the outside. It's fine. This thing is like every doink doink doink. It's like, oh crap, it's gonna crack. I'm gonna do something. I took it into complete pattern and said, maybe you can fill in do another round of gel coat or something. Like, why? So, well, because it's all scratched and cracked. That's not bad.
Right.
Okay.
I got a picture somewhere of one of my canoes. All the scratches. I've got an Osprey, an old Swift Osprey, and the amount of scratches and everything on this thing. Every scratch tells a story, right? So you look at that and it's like, but yeah, all those scratches were earned. Not necessarily earned, but you know.
The bigger ones were the unwise choices.
Right.
Still
Yeah,
learned.
yeah. Okay, guys minute here. How many people that haven't with their wives hear this? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that rock.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I hardly ever got it.
Well, that's just cheating.
I think she's happier with it that way, to be honest.
I remember once in a golf thing, we would come down Swift, and there's a big rock. And I said, okay, go to the left, go to the left, go to the left, go to the left. And I was being and she's confused. And then I said, okay, too late. You have to go right in the nail section. And then right up on the rock, hit side to side, tip over. But I was able to bounce it back. A good power bounce was good. I would drop down and slid sideways off the rock. And I said, hey, I said, is what? I took it, I threw it in the water. And then we chased it all day. I was like, I'm going to have it. Just because he was not happy with it.
Oh, you're a bad man.
Yeah, you know it happens though. I mean, you hit. You're not going to miss every single rock.
No.
You know, it is what it is. But you know what? Part of the fun is being able to joke about it later. So, remember that rock? Yeah, I didn't see it. Oh, I know, because you didn't have your white cane out front. And then you flip the canoe over when you get to camp at that. Oh, look at that brand spanking new.
Why does this cost for a zigzag?
Oh yeah, remember when we were trying to get off that rock?
Yeah, especially in the fall. That's when you flip it over. And go, whoa, we have more.
Look, those are new. There's got to be some way that you could like put in dates, dates and locations, and then just cover it
That's
over
an
with a little
excellent idea.
something, right? Yeah. Every scratch
Wood
tells a story.
burning iron or something, and then just drip resin into it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. There's an idea. So anybody that's looking for a business idea,
We get royalties on it.
yes, enough to buy a new canoe.
So tell me about your cool stuff.
Okay, so I'll tell you a couple things about Japan first.
Go.
Their waterways are not being used enough. You know when you're driving and you look down all these rivers and think, oh, that'd be cool, that'd be cool, that'd be cool. There's a lot of that, but there's no one on the rivers. You're not seeing. Second, you can't just go somewhere and rent a canoe for an hour or two or half a day. Everything's through guides. So you got to do a guided trip or something like that. So we did do a couple of things there where we were paddling. We went out for a day and did some paddling with the group. And at one point at the end of the day, I was just doing all these, basically canoe ballet and stuff. Because I was solo, there was an odd number of people. Talking to the guy, told him who I am, what I did, and said, oh, you go solo. And I'm doing all this stuff. My daughter's like, oh, Dad. And look behind me, and there's all the rest of the group just watching. You're like, meanwhile, they're trying to go straight. But yeah, everything's through guides. But where they take you is the scenery, the rivers and stuff like that is phenomenal. Like, I'm heartbroken that it's not being used to its full potential. We did this rafting thing. They're log rafts, but it's like a train with different cars, but it's just log rafts that you sit on, and they go down these canyons. Kitayama Gorge, Google it. Yeah. Phenomenal time. So when we were on there, they had these little clips hanging off because it's a hot day. You want to bring some water. So I don't know if you can grab that because I'm one-handed now. So you get your little water bottle here, right? And it clips just onto the top under the lid. Yeah. So it just clips under the lid, and it's got a little beaner, so you can hang that off your backpack, or if you're in your boat, you can hang that somewhere. And instead of if you've got your big Nalgene filled with water, you keep that in your back, and then you just keep refilling a reusable water bottle, and it's lightweight. Like I say, when you're on a portage, because that's my big thing. At the end of a portage, you gotta.
It's on one
Of your carries.
Yes.
But this here fit off a belt loop or something like that. And you can get them off of Amazon dirt cheap. So that was one of the things I had.
Very cool.
The Jet Boils. Jet Boil has recipe books, 110 different recipes for your jet boil. It's all in Japanese.
In Japanese, yeah.
Yes. But if you have Google Translate, you can translate these and then write them out at home before you make whatever. But they're all different foods than what we eat here. Like in North America, you're generally taking the same things all the time. And these are like so different than what and it's all for the jet boil.
You've never seen this in English?
I've never seen these in English.
Yeah, there's something like that. I'm just going to flip open some pages.
Yeah. So we went in. They have an outdoor shop called Montbell, which I've got my nice Montbell hat on. And it's stuff with.
You've got bookmarks in here.
Yeah. Some of them are looking good.
What I like about this too is the area that we love. It gives you a different idea of potential background. Instead of this is the food that it's like to eat. So I'm going to be looking for something like this for life. It's a different type of line of food. Right? So, I love it.
And the fact that we've been noticing a trend of these Asian supermarkets popping up now, and they have massive dehydrated sections, which noodles and spices and beans and all these different, all this stuff that goes into these, and it's all lightweight, right? So you start going through some of this stuff, try a couple of them at home, and then they're awesome when you take them out. Yeah, and like I say, unfortunately, these two are in Japanese, but you look at the picture and go, that looks good.
Exactly.
And then Google Translate, take the picture, and it tells you all the ingredients.
That's how
and
I
stuff
choose
like
to
that.
eat stuff anyway.
Right?
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. That looks like a donut. The other thing, I'm big on the electrolyte drinks. BioSteel is one of the big ones I drink. Used to do the Gatorade powders, and that just wasn't cutting it.
Yep.
Over there, they have this thing called Aquarius. And when we were over for the 3 weeks, going to all the vending machines and buying this, and it's like not really a full-on electrolyte drink, but this is the one you see everywhere, Aquarius. They're more like they buy Coca-Cola marketing. Yeah. And one of these does a regular 1 liter Nalgene. And they say it's like a soft drink, but it's not really. It's almost like a BioSteel or a Gatorade. And some of them have different flavors, right? Some of them, like this one here, has multivitamin and electrolytes and stuff like that in it. So if you're on a long trip and you just want to make sure you get that extra pep during the day, these are perfect. So I picked up a couple of boxes of those to get with it, right? But one thing I do like, and we actually found this in a fishing store. It's got a little beaner on it there, so you can put it on your backpack or somewhere in your canoe. selected by Jackson. It's got this little, it's like silicone thing. It's got this little thing at the top. So when we go and do our trips up and down our local river, a lot of fishermen and the trees. Like I've got the knife on my life jacket. So I just pull that out. You're cutting line, sinkers, and hooks, and then they're all over your floor.
And then stuff.
Yeah, you throw them into this. And so if you have a gum, you can throw a cracker in. If you're eating a granola bar, you end up with crackers. So this is just a little garbage thing that you throw during the day, and then there's a zipper.
That's even better than that.
They just do that. It's perfect. So I picked that up, and I think it was like $15 or something. So that now sits on my pack. Like I say, when we're zipping around paddling, you just cut down the lines, it just goes through there, and then it just open, dump it all, as opposed to trying to have to pick it out of the bottom of the case.
So, and just to let the audience know, we're all of that sort of like-minded. We see garbage, we pick it up, dispose of it.
Yeah.
I know it's specific. So you, John,
Yeah.
just doing tons of those in the local things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This makes perfect sense, especially for you.
Well, and that's it. And like I say, on your life jacket or your backpack or whatever, you just put that up there, throw garbage into it, and then at the end of the day, you know where your garbage is. Because if you're like me, you've got, okay, this pocket and that pocket, so I think something's in my shoe.
And you find it in your laundry.
Yeah. So, yeah. So those are just a few of the little treasures I brought back. But this one here, because I guzzle water. This one here was the coolest thing. We bought those off of Amazon Japan before we left and brought a few of them home. But yeah, and now we'll keep the bottle break.
Not on my
Yeah,
gear.
yeah. And you just hang it there when you're on the forecast. Put it on your, so when you go back to the other end, you've got more water sitting there with you all the time, right? That's perfect.
Very much a pet peeve because
Yeah.
I sweat like nobody's business.
Yeah, I guzzle water.
I hate giving up a hand. Thomas always tries to stuff it in the side pocket. I'm sure it's 14 steps down and pops out. His guys got to set down whatever, pick it up.
Yeah.
That would be way less.
Yeah. So one last thing I will say about Japan is I learned what day camping is. So not only are the rivers being underused, in my opinion, we did that. We did try to go kayaking in the north end of Hokkaido, but the storm that popped up that day was so bad, like we had trouble walking. It was so nasty. Yeah, but I would definitely go back. Day camping is when you get all your family and all your gear. You go out to some place, campground. You set up your entire tent. Sleeping bags, stoves, shelters, everything. You set up your own complete setup for camping. You go swimming, you play some games, you go for a hike, all that sort of stuff. You eat your food, and then after dinner, you go.
Just an announcement. If anyone has found a set of car keys, can you please bring it to the front desk? A set of car keys to the front desk. Thanks for looking.
Set of car, Derek, where's your car keys? Is there a reward for the car keys? Give me your car keys, Derek. Oh, never mind, Derek. Hey, so you spend an entire day there camping and stuff like that, having a great time outdoors. You maybe eat your dinner, take a nap, the whole meal deal. Then you pack everything up and go home.
You're not staying up late. You're setting up for the day.
Right?
You get there for that. You leave by 5. You set it up.
Yeah. As if you're camping. You set up your shelter. You set up your sleeping bags and everything inside your tent, just to tear it all down and go home at the end of the day. No. I asked if it's a thing. It's a cultural thing. They just enjoy doing it. That's their getting outside, and then because they got so much to do, so they take their one day and they've been camping. And I'm just looking because our guide was telling me about this, and I'm looking at him afterwards, going, "They're." But you know what? It really brings home the whole cultural differences for different countries you go to. That what we take for granted is doing certain things. Well, even like going north, when you go up to up to Hudson Bay and doing all that sort of stuff up there, and then you got people from England going like, "Good Lord!" And then we look at the people in Australia, snakes, spiders, everything trying to kill you. Yeah, what are you thinking? And you try day camping. Yeah. So it really brings home the different styles of camping and getting outdoors and paddling and all that just by now. I mean, it's never something I would have known about until I went to Japan. And now you're figuring out, well, this is what they do here and this is what they do here. But they love their hiking and they love getting outdoors, just not for multiple days at a time, apparently. Don't get me wrong, there are those that do, but
You know what? It gets them outdoors.
it gets them outdoors. Yeah, yeah. Get the family. Oh, we go camping all the time. Every Saturday.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, just Saturday. And yeah, it's because my daughter has a couple of friends, and they said, oh, yeah, we were invited to this, and they set everything up, and we were there to help the kids to play games and stuff like that, and the whole, and then yeah, we all went home at the end of the day. What? Yeah. So, but you got the Hokkaido brown bears, which apparently are getting more and more and they're nasty.
Oh, I heard
They
about this.
they eat a mailman last year. Yeah. 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 So you got to watch out for the Hokkaido bears, man. Right?
Oh,
So yeah, you know what? It was fun over in Japan. The stuff we did last year was great. This year we've got a lot of things planned to do. Hope it all goes off without a hitch.
yeah, that's always the hope. It's very seldom in reality, but
Yes.
always the
Yes. And as one final thing here, February 20th, 2016 is when we launched our very first episode. So in less than a month, 10 years
Congrats.
doing paddling adventures.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
High fives.
High fives all around. All right. More beers. Yeah. that's 10 years of beer.
That's
And
awesome.
much to my happiness, Derek's not doing dry January this year. So no non-alcoholic beers.
Yeah, there were usually mistakes.
That was easily a mistake. Derek fully owns up to.
The worst one was, and I didn't even realize it until we opened it and started drinking it, but it was kosher, gluten-free, alcohol-free,
Organic. Yeah.
Because that's water.
Well, that's nasty.
It tastes like beer, sure. I buy my label, I just pull it outside label. That's so, oh.
Derek doesn't buy by taste, he buys by label. Ooh, a unicorn. We'll buy 4 of those.
So we spend time on the label. It's gotta matter.
And this is what I do with every week.
Yes. Better you than me. Listen, you guys are always fun to listen to, regardless of anything. I sometimes fall asleep because you guys talk for a long time. So,
I would prefer our episodes were shorter, but
yeah, well, I can see how that goes, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we get all our topics laid out. Here's what we're going to talk about this week. I'm hoping it's enough. And then there's days actually where I'll grab a couple, I'll look at the time, and I'll put my 2 aside and I'll show him, okay, we're not talking about these this week because that'll be another hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Those will be on next week's show. So, what are you gonna do?
You know what? People tune in and want to listen to it. That means we're doing a good thing.
You know what? We're about 10,000 listeners a month.
That's awesome.
So, must be doing something right. It's our sexy voices. Hey, Derek, how you
some of
doing?
this was not just my mother.
Right? Somebody out the neighbor's mother, they caught on. Yeah.
Thanks for dropping by, guys. I'm glad you took some time out of the show to come have a yak. And, Yeah. What? We'll let you do some of your adventures this year. Get a visit the farm, so that'd be good.
100%. 100%. Thanks for having us, man.
All right, we appreciate it.
Talk to you.
Good.